And then she had some lawyers and they got her off of a case for a battery charge. And they dropped the charges. Yeah, they dropped it because she paid the people off. And then she had her lawyers. Her lawyers, right? They weren't black, but she loved to rad black people, but she don't trust black people to be her lawyer. But anyway, that's a whole nother case. She took a picture of them, right? And the charge has been dropped because she paid off the woman that she threw the microphone, paid her some cash, and she went to authority, said, I don't want to press charges, I'm good. And they dropped the charges because the person that she allegedly hit did not cooperate. That's how them charges were dropped. Okay? But the filthy thing that of Cardi B is that when she decided to stand butt almost naked with no pantyhose on, not even a girdle, and the string of the tampon was dangling in between her legs, I could just imagine the scent, the stench of the smell. The stench of the smell on that stage. And y'all already know what I think about that. Is really sad. And they say, oh, the charges were dropped. So, yeah, because she paid it off. But, I'm just saying in my honest opinion. So it was just dangling the string of filth. I know it was fishy. And so it was stinking. And I'm looking. Now, mind you, I'm mad at my own business, right? I'm mad at my own business like I always do. I mind my business. I don't bother a soul. I just mind my business and y'all's too. So I'm on my Twitter account. On my Twitter. Minding my own business and y'all's too. And I get up and shout out to this person. His name is, and not shout out in a nasty way, right? This clown called Mr. Chad Turner decided to call me out on Twitter. Mr. Chad Turner decided to call me out on Twitter. He came at me on Twitter and said, "Why? I want to make sure I can find the tweets. Give me a second, because it's a little bit to explain, and I want to make sure I can find the tweet. So hopefully he did delete it. So let me scroll down. Let me scroll down here. Let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna scroll down and see if I can find it. Okay. So he decided to hit me up at Mr. Chad Turner. He said this. Y'all can send it to him on Twitter, right? He said, "Why are you blatantly lying on this man? Like I thought you were trying to be a legitimate journalist, but I see now how you operate. This is why I never joined your show again after the first time. I am an actual journalist, and this is something you don't do, especially if you want credibility. Cardi B, friend, Ken Barbie sent cops to Nicki Minaj's home is a lie." Okay? He said a tale of two eyes that wasn't right for each other. And then, I blocked him. Of course I did block because he was stupid. Then he decided to post on his page, on his Twitter. He said this quote, "Not this SSI check getting man destroying the public library in Dallas and causing $10,000 in damages while screaming Emmett Till's name. Jesus tell me at Wiley Show didn't decide to tell lies. You brought didn't decide to tell lies. You brought the truth forward. Come back and make a video about this, Father God." He posted the library clip and got me a lot of followers, or whatever the case may be. They're all in my DM. And I want to respond to you, Mr. Chad Turner. You're not a journalist. You are a box face beta man that is a hater of Nicki Minaj. You built your platform to lie, to defame Nicki Minaj. In your thing, you're promoting Cardi B, which she don't care nothing about you. She don't follow you. You never will interview her, never will be able to smell her tampon string. And you're worried about what I'm saying about Ken Barbie. I said what I said. If you got a problem with that, you can come and hit the link. I interviewed you. You came on the show. You had a conversation. And because you were talking to Armand and you were saying Armand won't be him to come on the show, but he's kind of mad that I went on your show first. I said this to you. If you don't want to come back for a part 2, if you want to join Armand Wiggins' show, that's fine with me. Do you? You have happy. And soon after that conversation, now you want to pick up the Ken Like Barbie and retweet Armand Wiggins? Go ahead and try to do it. It'd be kind of difficult because the man back is twisted up like a pretzel. Hello. It'd be kind of difficult of you trying to do an interview with, because he's dealing with a drug epidemic over there. And you want to talk about Nicki Minaj and all of her issues to doing, look, powder. I never seen nothing powdery leaking out of Nicki Minaj's nose, but I did see it about Armand Wiggins' nose. This man is on a Percocet addiction. So go over there with him. Hopefully he can remember your name. Hopefully he ain't drooling out the mouth. His back is twisted up like a pretzel. And he's addicted to Percocet. So again, you came on the Wiley Show. You did not want to come back on the Wiley Show because Armand reached out to you. That is fine. Maybe you want to sleep with him. I don't know how you're going to do that because his back is twisted. Maybe he can get on his knees, then his knees going to be buckling out. But again, you only call yourself a Cardi B fan because you don't like Nicki Minaj. You are a hater. You are not no journalist. Where's your website? Where did you go to school for journalism? Where's your degree? Okay? Only thing you do is disrespect Nicki Minaj. You don't have a degree. You're not a journalist. Your line is uneven. Your hair is falling out. You got a beard. You want to have hair to your back. You got on a cheap t-shirt. Okay? You on an outdated house, and you're trying to criticize Brother Wiley. Sit down somewhere, sir. You came to me. You added me trying to take up for a person that's not even black. You taking up for Ken Barbie? That person ain't your friend. Y'all never went out to dinner. He ain't gonna receive you. You ain't gonna be going to his house. You can't go on his block. You think he gonna be seen with you, sir? No. Sit down. And you can't stop me for talking about Ken Barbie. You can't stop me from talking about Cardi B. I'm a grown man. I like them both, but I ain't no stan. Because both of them can have several seats, and they need to release that album and go on tour, and let's see if they can sell out an arena like Beyonce. They can't do it. That's why they sit there and lie to you foolish people on the internet, and they argue with each other. Because if Cardi B was such this great superstar, then that Jealousy record would have went #1. It didn't go nowhere on the charts. So sit down. So if she truly the queen, why in the world she digging in her coochie on stage and not on an arena tour? You know why she on an arena tour? Because they don't want to hear them tag songs that she released 4-5 years ago. Nicki Minaj not even on tour. Both of them ain't on it. They just argue with each other on the internet. Let's see how successful that tour gonna be in 2024 or 2025 or 2026. Or whenever they decide to go on tour. But you can't stop me for talking about these. You can post that library video and forever. I'm still going to talk about Cardi B and Nicki Minaj and still going to talk about Ken Barbie and them two braids he got there on the back of his head. You can't stop me from talking about these people. This is what I do. This is a talk show. I interviewed you. We had a conversation. And I will continue to interview and talk to people. But I am not a stand to any of these people. I am not a stand. I am an alpha and you are a beta. You're falling around the women. Calling yourself, I'm part of the Barbie gang. Sit down. You ain't part of nothing. A gang that can't go number one is weak. And if she's so powerful and got a gang, it's a weak gang, ain't got a lot of members. She released that song, Jealousy, went nowhere. Why it ain't number one? All right? And I'm saying it from the heart. They come to Brother Wiley. And I mind my business. I was on Twitter minding my own business. And he said, I'm going to say this before I block you. I blocked him first. I said, you ain't going to say nothing to me, sir. You out of order with your foolish self. Don't you talk to me, I'm an alpha male. I'll put you in your place, sir. Sit down, you wicked bottom. You can't put me in my place. You are a bottom. I'm a top. You out of order. Get somewhere and get on your stomach. Maybe that back, maybe you can untwist Armand Wiggins' back, bottom. Get in my face. You should do all that talking. Talk about what you go. I'm going to block you in a second. You are a loose bottom. Saying something about Brother Wiley. So, again, I'm just minding my own business like I always do. And then you hear all these people. Wiley's still around. All these people. Yes, I'm still around. Still successful. And my back ain't twisted. Okay. Now, get them off here. Give me a second. Love you. Love y'all. Love my audience here. Y'all here. I told y'all we're going to get into it. Did all that talking. Yes, we love, we think that she's a great whatever. But she haven't released a new album in 4 or 5 years. We need new music. Because all this talking, release a new project. I put out a theory that I believe Ken Barbie called the cops on Nicki Minaj. That's what I said, and I stand on it. Who gonna check me? Okay, now you in that hair. you better go check your beautician. You better get Tay to put a pink Marley in that thing. Okay, look, Anyway, so